Are you filming?
Gee, fam. Wagwan.
We've made another star of the show.
Kazi.
Man like maybe, man like dog.
Oh, I
living
can't
the
believe
dog's
I
life,
like you.
chilling,
I don't even like
living.
dogs.
Comments under another episode. We are here live from Klopp's Garden. Poet, how are you doing?
Do you know what? I always come into the house like, oh, the dog. I'm like, oh, and then I see, I'm like,
You love him.
I love you,
You
man.
love him.
I
Look at
can't
him,
lie,
chilling.
man. You're
The
chill.
best dog in the world, man like dog. But yeah, man, greatest football analysis show, and sometimes we analyse different things as well. It's the 17th month of lockdown, or whatever the rules are these days. We don't even know. But I do feel like we're 30 centimetres closer.
Sorry.
That's cool, it's cool.
That's fine.
We don't
Is
know
it?
the rules anymore, so you know
It's all made up.
we're all made up exactly. Matrix. But look, we've got some comments from last week, and then we're going to go into a bit of football because Bundesliga's back, and a bit of other bits and bobs that have happened this week. Shout out to Klopp's landscaping. That grass is on point. Klopp, brilliant landscaping. The profits go to my mum, every corrupt Eastern European politician. Thank you everybody that got to have a nice merch. There'll be a new thing coming maybe in a few months' time when I feel inspired again. England royal family are German, no rules.
Are they?
Yeah.
The English royal family?
Yeah.
That's lit. So then really and truly, how many times have England won the World Cup? Really?
Ah!
Did
I hear
England
that.
really lose? Did Germany really beat England? Did England really beat Germany? We're all just one big family.
Germany and many Germs over there. And the
Leider.
Bundesliga, who does the Queen support?
Oh.
I can't think of a joke, but she must have a team. Poet gets deep talking about war, money and death. Vuj, arrest the pedos. Pornhub, are you 18? Me, yes. 6'9". No, he's not. Bring Hector Bellerin into the next Poet and Vuj Wanderers podcast. No rules. That would be lovely.
I can't lie, I would love it.
I think we'll do it when we can physically bring in guests, and that's clear. That's the first port of call. We'll call him.
What I'm saying is, everyone, lads, I'm bringing in guests and I'm just staying 2 meters apart.
I can do that as well.
BJ said go back to work.
We can do that as well. Did BJ said that?
Yeah, so don't blow that job, homie.
Okay. Vuj is dead trim. Big up the dead trim gang. 67 likes. You know what? Send us to the Poet and Vuj Instagram. Here's the Instagram. DM us your dead trim so we can use you next week in the show. Vuj rocking the
lit.
2012 Copper 19 trim with some homeless vibes. I like it. Vuj is growing younger.
That is mad.
Technically, I do feel younger with this hair. My head looks at least 5 centimeters bigger, but I like this trim.
Eminem said that on Shit On You, second verse.
What are you saying?
He's getting younger, like he was born old and he's grew down.
I feel like I might be on that vibe.
But then maybe it's like not physical, but just like in your mind,
In your
like
mind,
that's
mind
lit.
state. But I'm getting
Imagine
great-
oh my God, imagine someone made a film where it was the reverse, where you were born a really old
There is
person and then you,
Benjamin Button.
oh,
Yeah, that exists. Because Ashley Young's trim, people are very shocked that Ashley Young has hair.
does he?
Yeah, look.
No, he don't.
Look at the script.
The thing is, I've been trying to open the script for about,
There you go, look.
what? He looks like a microphone.
I think it suits him. It looks alright. I don't think, like, do you prefer me with this hair or the fade, the kind of fade thing?
When you have that hair, you look like a young player just breaking through, like 17, 18,
From
not quite
Brazil.
sure what to do. Yeah, from Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
Not really quite sure what to do with your hair. You learn a little bit. You get a guy called Fernando that styles you, you're looking better. For you, I think you're more intimidating like this.
Like this?
Yeah. Because it means like you don't really care about maintaining your look. You don't have nothing to lose. So you'll just hit me because what? I don't get a haircut. Who cares? Whereas when you got a trim and you're looking good, I'm like, he's got something to maintain. I think he'll be all right.
Well, you guys let me know. Hashtag old trim, hashtag new trim. Which one do you prefer? And so much dog appreciation. I just need more man like dog in my life. The dog pound. I'm just here for man like dog. Please, what breed is Klopp's dog, bro? I want a dog that will crawl around my house. What breed is it?
It's an English staff.
English Staffordshire Terrier.
But she's small though. She's quite small.
But a small one. She's got a bit of growth stunting going on.
Oh,
Man
you're
like
English
dog,
staff.
Homosexual confirmed.
I want to call her Longstaff.
I could watch your whole episode of comments on
Doggy
dog
Longstaff.
playing around. Klopp's got the cutest dog in the world. We love the little guy. Put Klopp's dog in goals and have him do one-on-ones with that bare techie dog from the park episode a few weeks back.
My dream is to have a picture with this dog and Snoop Dogg. Now that is the ultimate
You know what?
picture of all time.
In this matrix that's been falling apart, Klopp, what's his name? I see Trump doing memes of himself. There really are no rules.
Oh, none.
And we got this comment, which is why I love you guys, because you stay posting in the comment section during the week. He said, Vuj is woke you lot, and he put a link to thelonelyplanet.com and the Icelandic Forestry Service has just come out and said they're urging people to hug trees 5 minutes per day because it can lower your chances of, getting COVID and feeling better in isolation.
Go for it.
Because apparently the trees release some sort of hormones, some sort of, pheromones, and they calm you down.
I say don't knock it till you...
Till you cock it?
I mean, I was going to, then I saw the young lady in the back and I thought, is that a little bit rude? But you said it.
There you go. And then Tom Cheney says, football is back with a bang. FC Seoul from South Korea had to apologise after using sex dolls to fill the stands. We love football. Another glitch in the Matrix. And obviously it was streamed on Copper 90.
The perfect place for that game.
Yeah, so, you can see the sex dolls having a nice, but maybe when you finish the game, you can go do, you know what I'm saying? If your energy's up, adrenaline's up,
Be a bit knackered, isn't it?
celebrate, get to the stand, just whoop, better with a doll than, I'm saying.
Safer.
It's safer. You can't get an STI. Look at the positives. Every time look at the positives. Banging a sex doll, you can't get any STIs.
But you can take small steps towards mental illness.
Potentially. We're not judging anybody that uses sex dolls or them fake vaginas. I have seen them.
I am. If you're using that consistently, you should go and meet people. They are so much better.
I've heard there's one you can get with 2 different openings. So you should get the homies. One homie on one side, one on the other.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Say it.
whoa, whoa,
What are you
whoa,
saying?
whoa. No, no, no.
Maybe.
I'm a decent young
Maybe.
man
Pardon me.
and I'm happy.
Right. But yeah, shout out to South Korean sex dolls. I mean, I love the creativity. But the football is back. The Bundesliga, the league of Bundes and backoffs. 4-0 for Dortmund against Schalke. What can we take from the Bundesliga first week? Jadon Sancho looks like he's fresh out of HMP. Lewandowski and Haaland are still scoring. The game's still weird with no fans hearing everything. Wonder what those American dons that wanted to see Dortmund Schalke are doing right now.
Oh, wow.
Don't know. Leave us a comment. Where are you guys right now? What are you doing? Watch the Bundesliga for 5 minutes. Have to turn it off. Football without the fans is soulless. I think fans should boycott watching any football without fans. Fuck the clubs who want to make the money. What did you take from the first week? Obviously, Haaland, nice little finish.
Yeah, I liked it.
Destroyed Schalke.
It's sad that obviously you want to see a derby with fans, but then you know what I realised? Just be like VAR, innit? There's no point complaining about it. You got to get used to it quickly because it's here. At least the football's back. Imagine it wasn't here. I focused on the positives, and I tell you what, I got to see Haaland do one of the best interviews of all time until I found out he consistently does that. So I'm glad, man.
I mean, for me, I agree with you lot. I do think it's a money move by a lot of the leagues because, the Scottish League has been cancelled, the Dutch League has been cancelled. For me, I'd cancel them all. But, money is important to many people. And it's not bad to watch. There is some football. Do you know what I mean?
And do you know what, Vuj? I just don't want to fight fights I can't even win.
Yeah.
There's not fans there. If I get upset about this every day, the fans ain't coming back. I might as well just watch the game and keep it moving, man.
I hear you.
I understand you're hurt. I get it. I do share it, but not to the extent where I'm going to be like, forget this. It's back.
It's back.
Let's watch it.
Let's enjoy it. Football is back. It seems like the Prem will be back. But it was this, as you said, the interview that Haaland gives.
Yeah.
He trolls in his interviews. And
Yes.
I absolutely love the fact that he's not respecting the media.
Yep.
He does a little 1-2 words and he just goes away. And Piers Morgan is trying to say that he isn't programmed for basic manners. You're a good player, young man, but your arrogance with the media is unedifying.
This is what
Piers,
Piers Morgan.
man.
That's silly.
Because sometimes he'd say something, Piers, I'm like, you know what? You got a couple points there. But this is just stupid. I think he's jealous that he's part of this, let's be honest, mainstream toxic media. And now a young man doesn't want to take part in that, trolls you. He's won. And now he's chatting shit. So I don't agree with Piers on this one at all.
I saw the whole interview. It's not as one-worded.
Exactly. So Klopp's even seen
Come,
the whole
Klopp.
interview.
Hey.
Go on, Klopp. So chat to us about Haaland.
The whole interview in the beginning, he answered the questions properly. He does his thing, and then it goes to he answers short and blunt when he gets a stupid question, and that's how he does consistently. So the question was, why did you celebrate in front of the stands where the fans normally are? It's like, because we love our fans, and that's where we normally would do it. So that's why we did it. Oh, did you try to send a message? Yeah, send a message to our fans. And she was like, oh, that's a bit short. It's like, you just asked this one.
They expect you to give some long-winded philosophical answer when what you've asked, I've answered.
Yeah. Are you a man? You can't elaborate.
Yes, I'm a man. Well,
Did you
these
score
days.
a goal? Yes.
No, I hear you. Like, you're
Identify as
right.
And the
homosexual.
thing is, like, to explain what you feel all the time gets a bit boring as well. It's like artists, it's like they just made a painting.
Now, what do
They
you
made a
feel?
painting. It's like,
I'm
oh, so what did he mean
tired.
about that red line, and what did he mean about
that.
that? He goes out and plays football because he loves playing football.
That's
You don't
the
need-
truth. Yeah, no, Klopp. That's the realist. That's the no more said.
And you know what? Gary's saying he's a teenager with much to learn. There's his tweet as well. He's been all right. He says that he's been a bit shy in interviews. But, you know, Gary does say this is a very edited piece of content to make him look like he's a troll. And Piers, man, allow it, man. Just allow it. Just allow it. Let us know what you think anyway in the comments. But I think Piers is wrong. And I love players trolling the media. I love anybody trolling the media. We'll talk about that later with the Jordan
amazing.
stuff. But
Hey, Klopp, you summed it up so well, though, man.
Klopp,
Jesus.
big
You
up.
know, like when you spoke about the fans, no fans in the stands. Two things. I've grown up in Norway. I've seen plenty of matches on TV where there's less than 300 people
Yeah.
in a top flight game, and it sounds like that. So for me, it wasn't that strange to watch it on TV because it like just reminded me of Norway.
Yeah.
And second of all, they said if you don't finish this season behind closed doors, there's no point trying to start next season. Because we're not going to be opening up the stadiums till January anyway, till there's a vaccine and everyone's had the vaccine. It's going to take ages. This
trying
whole
to get that,
planet
but
who
still.
wants the vaccine, they have to produce like crazy,
I don't
right?
really want
so,
one, but yeah.
So you have to finish this season so you can start next season. Next season will start behind closed doors and then they will open up gradually. So if
Say
you don't want
nothing.
to play next season, this season, don't play next season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look. Thank you, Klopp, for that bit of insight on the stands. Bayern winning 2-0 against Union Berlin. Robert Lewandowski becoming just the third player alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi to score 40 goals in 5 consecutive seasons. The big Pole doing his thing. Shout out to Polski Sklep and all of that stuff. Mad. He's a baller. Leverkusen 4-1 against Werder Bremen. Kai Havertz. He's bound for the Prem, this boy, isn't he?
If he goes to you lot, I'm so upset, man.
But you know what I did? I looked at his YouTube highlights, as you do, obviously, to do a bit
Yeah.
of research. And I love the way he passes the ball into the net.
Do you see
He's
how
so
it's so
calm?
Oh.
Because sometimes the ball comes to him in a 5-yard box, but normally you'd smash it in.
No.
My man just goes, he trickles it in.
Stroke.
Like, doop, doop, doop.
He's swimming.
His IQ is high, bruv.
I like him.
I like him.
Yeah, and he came back, and we were talking about this off camera. They must be unfit, bro. They haven't been
Must be.
training or anything like that. So for
Yeah.
him to come back, get 2 goals straight like that, he looks like he's ready.
ready.
He says he wants to be the new Michael Ballack.
Liverpool team?
I just
What is that, Liverpool? I can see him at
But that's not
Arsenal
fair. No, at Liverpool I see it because he's a striker that's not a striker. So he's almost like a really good replacement
glitch in
potentially
the
for
matrix.
Firmino. And if he comes in for Firmino, he's 20 years old. Do you know how long he stays there for?
I like him.
He's German, he's efficient. Oh my God. He can talk to Klopp in his native language.
Well, next week, Poet, let us know what you think about Haaland and Kai. Dortmund Bayern is the next game. This one pretty much decides the title. If Dortmund win, 1 point behind Bayern. If Bayern win, it's their league. That's
Look,
going to be a big one to chat about next
All
week.
right, look,
I'm a
everyone.
bit excited.
I get it. There's no fans. I get it.
I get it.
Some of the players don't have haircuts.
Mm.
I get it. But at least it's a small step to getting back to where we want to be. Let's just appreciate the little things that we didn't have 2 weeks ago. There's football and it's Dortmund, Bayern next week. Come on.
If you're going to be distracted from the events in the Matrix, at least let it be something like football. So if something's going to distract me, I'll let it be football. I'll let it be football.
It's a healthy distraction.
Healthy.
My little Twitter was just talking about football again. And
Yeah,
we're back. Ooh.
I got that yummy, yummy,
Yummy,
yummy. But Premier League news, there's been a bit... Yummy's a banger. Hey, Bieber.
Where's my mic?
I know Bieber's done it. Obviously, he did the Christian thing. Then obviously he went a bit urban and that. And then
He just grew up in the
then he
media.
grew up- It's hard for him.
Imagine we took everyone's 12 to 21
Growing up
journey
in the
and
media.
put it in life. I reckon everyone would hate everyone.
I think Bieber's done well.
Maybe that's what we need to do. If we get everyone's years from 11 to 21 and put it out in the public, we'll realise we're all pricks and then we can just get over it.
Have a nice. But look, Premier League, yeah. Clubs are given a training return give a go-ahead for May the 19th. No contact, a bit of social distancing. Players apparently should not be paid if they do not train, says a club official. And Liverpool's trophy presentation will happen if it is safe. Now, Troy Deeney today has said he's not going to go and train because he feels it will not be good. He doesn't feel safe to bring back potentially the virus to his family. Should he get paid?
His son has breathing problems.
And his son has breathing problems. So I think
Did you hear what he
that's
said,
totally
though?
understandable. What did he say?
Oh, the quote. Listen, we're talking about an absolute hero. Tigo said it yesterday. I think it was something like, it's a mad situation to be in because you want us to talk about, football, go back to football. We're not at risk, but I can't even go and get a haircut. So he goes, I've got to wait until January or August to get a haircut, but you want me to go back to football. He goes, and if I don't go back to football, I don't get paid. So I'll be broke. So I have to go to work.
Yeah. Sorry. It's just
And
really
you're taking off your top, and Troy Deeney was quite angry. I think Troy Deeney should just go and slap
cool,
Miles.
Top. It's cool. I can put it on my nipple, but I think that would hurt. Or collarbone. Oh, on the chain.
Chain,
I
chain,
like it.
chain, bring it over here.
Booty.
So yeah, I feel sorry for TD, man. TD, you know you always got our support here
Definitely.
at the Poem Views channel, and we
Definitely.
support any decision you make. And if you don't want to play football, don't play.
Would you play players the whole furlough thing, 80% of their salary if they choose not to play, or would you just let them be not paid?
I would let them. I'd pay them,
Honestly, I'd pay them too.
bro. Listen,
pay
the whole
everyone.
media's told
Universal
us.
income.
The media's told us, don't go out your house, don't do this, you could die. They've done this whole scare thing, and then they told the footballers, but to make everyone happy, despite the fact that we've got this really
Go
bad
and
thing that
kick
can
a
kill
ball
everyone,
around.
go and kick football around and tackle each other and cuddle each other when you score. One guy got done for kissing someone on the cheek, but don't worry, it's not that bad. It's just nonsense.
Yeah. What do you lot reckon though? For me, I'd pay them because
them
you know
all.
what? I think we should pay everyone. Universal
Yeah.
basic income. But let us know what you think. Is it good that the Prem is returning? It seems like it is. And man, I'm happy it's returning. You know what? I'm over it. It's been very 50-50. Even when we did a poll on our channel, it was very 50-50. Should they cancel the league? Should we not cancel the league? But Klopp was laughing at the fact that people were saying it should be null and void. He's like, it's not fair to quit the league at 75%, which makes sense.
I mean, bring it, but I mean, I don't. You know what? I just don't want to talk on behalf of the players because I don't actually have to go out and do anything.
Yeah.
You got Troy Deeney talking about his son potentially having breathing issues, and I'm saying, no, go and play football, man. Like, I just don't. I don't want nothing. I'll be happy if they go and play football, but if they don't, I totally understand.
And if there's no players, there's no football. So I'd say, you know what? Pay the man. He's not doing it because he's being selfish. He's doing it because he's worried about his child. It makes sense to me to pay him.
You're treating them like the NHS. What are you gonna do? Clap at 8 o'clock on a Friday. Thanks for coming back.
Let us know your thoughts. In Scotland, Celtic are champions and Hearts have been relegated. Scott says history created lads 9 in a row. Make sure we all celebrate. But Hearts are now, this is where it gets complicated. Hearts are appealing for unjust relegation and they're taking it to court.
I think they'll lose.
I think they'll lose as well, but
I mean, they're showing a lot of heart, but come on, guys.
They already lost quite a few games if they're
like
in
it.
relegation.
Do you know? Oh,
I mean,
God.
look, it's the way the cookies crumbled, and the cookie was called COVID-19, and it's had its effects on everyone. Some
Yeah.
people, bad stomach bug. Some people, they're champions. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna have to go down. Sorry, Hearts. I mean, that's how it is, isn't it? Like, it's just how. I just hope that we get Leeds in the Prem, and I hope the Championship is allowed to continue. I do hope so.
I
If
hope
Liverpool
the
win it,
going to continue.
good. And I want Leeds in the Prem. And then one day, I
Portsmouth.
want Millwall in the Prem for the shithousery.
Yeah,
And then I want Portsmouth in the Prem.
I like that. Do you know what?
Nostalgia.
I do like. If do you know what? Yeah, you're right. Shithousery. I want Millwall back. Or back. I want them there. Just so they can. Everyone can see the world isn't just a wonderful place where all great things happen. Sometimes your manager slide tackles you. Your
I
manager.
like that.
I like that.
Sometimes your dad's an obed. And he goes to the shop, and as me and you both know, he never comes back. And it makes you stronger, it builds your character. So Millwall, you know what, don't agree with the way they sometimes some of the fans act. But the madness in there, I wouldn't mind them back just for the shithousery.
Just some humans, man. Just show some humans. I mean, who else is going to fight each other at Wembley? Who
fight
else?
each other. Millwall, only at Millwall. UEFA has concrete plan, full of concrete, reinforced to finish European football season, and apparently it will happen in August, as said by Cheferin, probably one of the most corrupt organisations in the world. But yes, it is going to come back. Now, one of my tweets, as we were just talking about, was which team would you bring back from outside of the top 6, which generation, which team that's stuck in your head that isn't top 6 would you bring back in the Prem? And I would bring back Portsmouth. Because I was thinking, one day I was in bed, just thinking about life, might have been fiddling with my gonads, and I just said to myself, I miss Benjani Marawari and Sully Muntari.
Gave us great memories, man.
I miss that Oki shirt. The Oki. Everything is Oki. Do you see that? Remember the Portsmouth shirt?
Do you know what I want back?
Lamana Lualua.
Oh, great players.
Muntari, Utaka, KPB, Kanu, Sol, James. Do you remember that team? That team was mad.
I did like them. They made me really happy.
Which team would you bring back?
Sunderland.
What?
Yeah.
Which Sunderland though? With which players?
The Sunderland, that's Niall Quinn, Michael Gray, Kevin Phillips scoring 30 goals in one season.
Okay.
I think he played for Watford or something like that. He moved to Sunderland, he scored 30 Prem goals or something mad like that.
You know, I was thinking Bolton maybe as well. UC Eskalainen, Okocha.
With Djorkaeff and JJ Okocha,
What was that one English brother playing up front that looked like a potato, but he was always scoring?
Michael Ricketts scored on his debut against Holland, an overhead kick. What a player. Well, he wasn't, but what a player. But he wasn't.
So I'm saying Portsmouth.
I'm going for Bolton.
Poet's going Bolton.
Yeah.
Let us know which non-top 6 side, if you could, with the setup that they had at the time, would you bring back into the Prem? For me,
Sam Allardyce.
Allardyce.
Get out. They even brought Anelka.
Redknapp at Portsmouth with a super Portsmouth fan that rings the bell.
Do you know what? That Portsmouth side should have just competed in African Nations Cup, fam. They were cold.
When African Nations Cup came, that Portsmouth side was done.
Empty.
Done.
Empty. Come like the streets of COVID, fam. It was no one.
They started to start with 7 players. They had absolutely no one.
Oh.
And even Ayusufa said, if I can't see Defoe and Crouch banging it with Pedro Mendes behind them, forget it. Pedro Mendes as well with Defoe and Crouch. Now Portsmouth was elite. A few other suggestions in Newcastle. Norberto Solano, Charles Nzogbia. I love African players. I love them so much. 25 to 2012, Wigan maybe. Hugo Radilega, Paul Shama, Jimmy Bullard, Amazaki. 2012 to 2015, Southampton, Lambert. 2020 Wolves, but Wolves are in it, but that doesn't really count.
Newcastle side was nice though. Shout out Bobby Robson, R.I.P. my brother.
R.I.P. to man
His
like
team
Bob.
was good. Nobby Solano, he had Lauren Robert, Alan Shearer up front.
That team was cold.
Who else did they have? They had some players, bro.
Yeah.
Who else did they
Martins
have in
came
the
to
team?
Newcastle at
They
one
had
point.
Bellamy at one
I
point
love
there.
Femi Martins.
Oh, I hate him.
They had a great team. Genus.
Newcastle, man.
A couple players. Shay Given.
Shake.
And then the substitute keeper looked exactly like him.
This is what I didn't understand. He did.
He looked
He
so
did.
much like him.
Steve Harper.
Steve Hop.
And do you know what I hated about Shay Given?
What?
He looked so short, but that just wasn't the truth.
Not at all.
He was so tall.
So good. Shay
I
Given,
want
one of the goalkeepers. But Partizan
Yeah.
Belgrade 2003. Ivica Iliev 1-0. Never forget that one. JME says, are we allowed to go to the park and play social distance sports like tennis and badminton?
Do you know what's so crazy though? Surely if like kids are watching people play football, they're just gonna go to the park and play football as well.
I can't lie, I went to the park. I've never seen a park more full in my life. Even like before lockdown and like when the Matrix was still functioning, parks were never that full. I went to the park now, I was like, wow, bruv, this is so rammed. I went for a bike ride though through Central. Gucci's, Louis Vuitton and that. Roads are empty. It's fucking sick. It's really cool. Obviously safe distancing and that. And Gerard said, these men are going crazy. Have a nice, brothers. Are you going crazy?
Who?
You. Where's the dog?
Oh, I
gone?
went crazy time ago.
Maybe. I missed the dog, you know. Donald Trump. We have a bit of Trump talk again. I'm taking it off for about a week and a half, and I'm still here. US Minister John says he just started to take malaria medication.
And do you know what I love about
I
him?
hug trees, so it is what it is.
I don't even believe him. But I just feel like he knows that will get a reaction. It gets a reaction. We carry on with life.
My guy. Man like dog. If I get a dog, I'm going to call him man like. Or
Man like.
Man like dog.
I want to name my next child man like. Oh, shout out twins again. Man and like.
Yeah!
Man, like, here, that'll be sick. Sorry.
Delle Alli got robbed at knife point after burglars got into his home. I mean, that's sad, man.
Very sad, bro.
You know what? How would you be as a football player, though? Because I read this thing by Gary Vee, and he was like, if you had, like, all the money you want, yeah, what would you be doing in life? And I was like, in my head, I was like, the same shit. Comments under, nothing much, YouTube, maybe go on holiday a bit more. How about you?
God knows.
You'd got a bit mad. You got...
I don't know. Do you know what it is?
Obviously, you don't know. You don't know.
In theory, I would like to think that I will just go to Jamaica and no one will see me no more. I'll just go and get a nice little yard near the beach and just park off.
I think if I was a baller, I'd just get like a camper van, a 1-bedroom place. I'd wear no expensive shit, just dress like a hippie, and no one cares. Like, it's just, you know.
Because then the game's over. I have all the money in the world. I could buy all the designer, but I wouldn't even know the purpose of anything.
Yeah, I hear you. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's really sad what's happened to him. You know, we don't agree with it. But, you know, Aso Kato had the right idea. Drive a smart car, invest money into other businesses. No one can, you know, do anything then.
Go Wood Green. He was in Wood Green all the time.
Aso Kato didn't care, bro.
No.
They didn't care
In the leather shop
at all. He was like,
you know them leather shops that sell like bare leather jackets and then they might sell some trainers as well on a random. Yeah, he was always in them leather shops. I loved him.
Them shops there.
Yeah,
not even Blue Ink.
The one on the high road. You know what I'm talking about?
The fake leather stuff.
Leatherland. They're just cutting up sofas in the background and making jackets, fam. Like, come on, bro. Whatever.
Who flew to Paris to have...
But then the next one, yeah. Someone flew to Paris to have orgies, but they haven't revealed which player. Who do you think it is? I think it's Giroud.
Sounds like a Giroud
I
move.
think that's a Giroud move. Who flew to Paris to have orgies and then come back to England during lockdown?
Kyle Walker.
My man, you think he's done that? Kyle Walker did the same thing again. I'm putting it on Giroud though. It has to be Giroud. We're gonna wait for the story to come up. I think it's Giroud.
It's just gonna be someone so left, fam. You're gonna end up being like, what?
Who could it be? Like Robertson or something?
Who's left? Matt Doherty.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Ryan Giggs.
But look at this story. This is where the Matrix has been collapsing. NFL off-season this far. Earl Thomas' wife held a gun to his head. DeAndre Baker and Quinton Dunbar arrested armed robbery. Ed Oliver was arrested and charged with DW on unlawful possession of a weapon. Cody Latimer arrested assault second-degree and gun charges. And Earl Thomas' story had an orgy with his brother. His wife found out about it and showed up with a loaded gun and 2 girlfriends. Police found her chased him around with a knife. Entire story here.
I'll be very honest though, man. For a little while I was chilling by myself. So when lockdown happened, there wasn't really much of a transition. It was just I couldn't go do the things I wanted to do. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to watch the news. And since I've been coming to this show and you start telling me all these little facts and figures, I've realised everyone's crazy, really, man.
Everyone's mad. I think every human being is very mad. It's just how much you present yourself. I mean, look at the company we used to work for. Everybody's like, hey, everything's fine. And then,
Yeah, but I say that, but I was there. And you are the company you keep. So I was just as mad.
I was... Yo. You are the company. Wow. Wow. And then, to be fair, I was just as bad as well. So, got to
Stronger man would have walked away
earlier. We've got to take
Early.
responsibility.
Come on,
should have walked away earlier, but here we are at the Pint and Rouge channel doing our thing. So big up you lot for supporting. But one great thing to speak about, I think, you know, away from all this madness, is The Last Dance. Lacine Kid says, I've been quarantined up in the apartment for about 2 months, and I've got to tell you, I don't think I've ever been so low. Seeing you guys really does lift my spirits a bit, but I just want to see my friends again. So I'm in New York City, it'll be a while, so keep the content coming. Talk about whatever, like The Last Dance series. What a show. Did
I haven't seen it.
Oh!
I haven't seen it.
How many episodes have you seen?
None.
I watched a little bit. I can
Go on.
doing this.
Don't tell too much though, because I've seen none of it.
Oh no. Oh, it's unfair then. Oh, it's great.
Basically, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Dennis Rodman is a homosexual before homosexuals became apparent. He used to wear dresses. Bro,
I knew that though.
I'll give you one. Yeah, we all knew that, but I'm saying the levels of what he would do.
Yeah, I knew that.
A man left training to go wrestling during a final playoff game.
I didn't know that.
He went to wrestle
Stop.
with Hulk Hogan.
Just stop
All right,
now.
I'm
Just
stopping.
stop. Because I know all this. I know a lot of the stories because he was a very. You're
was a
talking about a
big
guy that
G.
was. Didn't he get married to Madonna and?
Madonna, and then he did the thing with Carmen Electra.
Yeah. Chicago Bulls. Because the thing is, Chicago Bulls at the time when they were big would have been as big as
Huge.
Real Madrid as the Galacticos or Manchester United.
when
So
you-
everyone knew.
You're a bit older than me, so you probably
Yeah.
would
So
have
like
lived through that.
literally everything that happened, it was world news.
Oh, it was obviously when I grew up. I was born in '92. Came here when I was 6. Obviously, I didn't keep up with it much. The only thing I really knew was about Space Jam.
Yeah.
So I knew Michael Jordan through Space Jam and him
Yeah.
being a hero to me from Space Jam.
That was their ploy
But
to
to-
get him
to
to get the younger
hear-
audience because he already captivated
to
that audience there.
hear
What?
His sporting achievements and the way he won those rings. The way, oh no, the story's mad. Honestly,
And Pippen, the story about Pippen as
Pippen.
well. Wow. And the backgrounds, the thing is, what's so good is like, these are not kids who's had their parents
insane.
like put everything in place for them to become professional athletes. These are people who like went out onto the court because their family members were drunk, or like Pittman's father was paralyzed, and you know.
I don't want to hear too much, but one thing I will tell you from all of that is very upsetting the way we treat athletes today. Then,
Yeah.
if everyone can watch that and see all the mistakes people make in order to be great, and not allow 17, 18-year-olds to make mistakes today, is very,
or
very
answer
upsetting.
short in a football interview. Come on.
Yeah, no, it's too much pressure now.
Do you understand where I'm coming from
I
now?
think-
Like sometimes I
you're
think
right.
the madness is what makes you great. Like if Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman doesn't do that, do Chicago Bulls
Yeah.
become
No,
what they
no.
need to be? Like,
It's
do you know
all
where I'm coming from?
It was a perfect storm. It was very, very beautiful to watch. MJ, absolute legend.
Another documentary to watch though is the Maradona one. If you haven't seen
that.
it.
check
And
that
do you know
out.
what? I was just going to say,
That's amazing.
that would change everyone's life, because that's one of the few footballers that my dad's ever spoken about who literally went to a mediocre club and changed everything.
That's literally same story.
And you know, they ruined it.
Jordan.
Yeah, I know. With
Chicago
basketball,
Bulls
but
was
basketball, that was massive, and it was over a time period.
yeah.
Maradona just done it once, and it was Napoli, and it's like with Chicago Bulls, they've become such a massive franchise now. Napoli are never going to be the biggest team in Italy, and it's going to be like that Napoli story is going to be as special as the Leicester City story is in like 30 years time.
You know, that's a sad story, because I remember the media was painting Maradona as the too much partying, cocaine, and la la. If you watch that documentary, you were like,
You know what I like to see?
They ripped. You have to see it.
I know,
You know
but
what
I
I'd
know
say?
this
if
though.
you can do your job.
Oh, they ripped him
Look,
apart.
if you
They were
are on
so
camera
mean.
and you can do your job, it doesn't matter what you, as long as you're not doing too madness. But if you're enjoying yourself off camera in your own way, even if it's drugs, whatever, your life, if you're performing, do whatever you need to do, I'd say.
Personally, I feel like if somebody
Not my
is
life.
able to perform at a high level, and for whatever reason you see that they might be causing it jeopardy or endangering it, I think you should just find out why. I don't think you should say, well, you're throwing away your chance. Like, the way people look at things is just so weird to me. And I won't watch the documentary now until everyone's watched it and loved
Everyone's
it.
watched it.
And then I'll watch it and just watch it with no influence or anything like that. I can just watch it clean. But from what everyone's told me is the Dennis Rodman stories, all of these stories, that if they came out today, just right now, he's a terrible pro. You'd have Graham Souness saying some nonsense.
But you know what? No, but I was going to say, it does go. I was going to bring that point up. The mainstream media, I'd say, has not changed much. If anything, it was potentially even worse back then when you watch it. So much pressure, so much cameras. It's like, for me, it just looks like ants to like a piece of cookie. Do you know what I mean? They just don't stop. Don't stop with lies, with just peddling shit. So for me, I just don't fuck with them in general. And when people don't speak to them, I see that as quite a positive thing. So
yeah.
But definitely watch it. Incredible.
yeah.
Let us know, #LastDance, what you thought about that. As you can
Lit.
see, there's being on top of the world, and then there's this, holding the NBA winners trophy with Carmen Electra next to him. He's a winner, and he paints his nails and everything. So there's no rules. He was the first. He used specs. He specs in all the time. But Space Jam 2 is going to come out. I don't know if you should bring back Space. I don't know. I know LeBron's a great. I would have left out Space Jam 1. Leave it with MJ.
Do you know what I say? Bring it out. Do you know what? There's a generation of young people that never experienced Space Jam the way we experienced it. There's some young people that would have loved to have had an experience. It's for them, it's not for us.
I hear that. All right,
My
cool,
kids
cool,
love
cool.
Space Jam.
I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind.
Yeah, man.
Bring out Space Jam 2.
Come on now, man. Space it up, man.
And
Jam it up.
I don't think there is an argument to be had. I think the GOAT debate is Jordan, without a shadow of a doubt, over LeBron James.
It's a generation thing. I reckon I say R9's the greatest. Someone say R7 is better than him. It's whatever, man. I'm just glad I was alive to see both of them. All of them.
Cameron said, Jordan 6 retro PSGs, some Jordan 6 retro Travis Scotts, Cactus Jacks, fire. I've gone for the sock look today, but yeah, we do like our crepes. Tom Wilco did say though, I know there's no rules, but Jordan's a horrendous fam. Clear case of the mad price is going to people's head. The Matrix at work. But it's obviously a lost cause in these matters. But Vuj, come on man, you see the glitches. Well, this is the thing though, my friend. When you're within the Matrix and operating, sometimes you take little bits from the Matrix, but be aware that you're in the Matrix. So me liking shoes and crepes, I'm not going to wear Jesus sandals every day.
This is what I say to that. You
That's
seem to be
my opinion.
confirmed.
And I didn't pay for them.
That is the most important thing.
And I didn't pay. Did you pay for yours?
You said they're horrendous
influenced.
and mad prices. Well, my young friend, this may be horrendous, but I didn't pay for them. So your argument
So in a
is
way,
flawed.
we are we're hacking the Matrix because we potentially got them for no price. But at the same time, we're being used to market. So you know what, mate? We're all within the Matrix. So you gotta just Just look at where you're infiltrating, where you're the glitch. You can still be a glitch and be a part of it. Neo, he was the glitch, but he was still part of it.
And perspective is everything. It is a
Perspective
mad
is
price
everything.
to a man
It is
that
a
only
mad
makes
price.
£100 a week. But if you make £25,000 a week, Jordans are just Jordans, my
I
friend.
think we should all be barefoot anyway.
Yeah,
or
man.
Birkenstocks. I think Birkenstocks are the greatest. Klopp, any last words from you?
Just be naked.
No, I'm good. I love it. I'm loving
chilling.
The weather, I'm loving the barbecue.
How many minutes do you reckon it's for? 37? Can you check?
Yeah, I guess about 37.
I'd say 37. 37. 37. 37.
Ooh, 21.
38.
Oh, it was close.
I was nowhere near.
By a minute. But anyway, guys, Klopp might cut this down a little bit. He might not. But that was Commensanda wrapping up many things today.
Bye,
It was
everyone.
fun. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, nice little chill show. A little
Shout out.
talk. It's really hot.
Everybody that copped, have a nice merch. Appreciate you. Have a nice, and we'll see you soon.